Hey there, and welcome to another live stream. Hope you've all had a great weekend and a great week last week. We'll get started in just a minute, should I say, on the training, which is a quick introduction to CTR manipulation and how you can basically use the CTR to help hopefully boost your rankings of your website or of a video. So we'll get started in just a minute. Just wait for some people to join us, and then we will crack on and get started. A bit of an update with more niche. So we've obviously been working really hard on Brutal Force, and we've launched, I think it's around about 4 or 5 new products within the range. So there's a complete range of bulking products, cutting products, and then we've also obviously got the man brew product, the S bulk landing page, and continually increasing the actual different stacks, and then also the Psalms range as well. So if you've not yet started promoting Brutal Force, now is definitely the time. Especially with the 100% commission weekends that we do once a month. Who doesn't want 100% commission? Be absolutely bonkers if you missed out on that. So definitely start pushing Brutal Force. And then next month, I believe it'll be next month, we'll start pushing more on the Fen Gold and start looking at conversion optimization stuff on there and just help boost conversions on that as well. It's currently doing really well. We've got sales records for all of the brands at the moment. Definitely seems like people are coming out of the lockdown, looking to obviously get body ready for the holidays. Hopefully in the UK we get a bit more sun. So let's put that out of the way and start on the training. So I'll just share my screen. There we go. And like previously, if you've got any questions, please do put them in the comments and I'll definitely get to answering those. It's only going to be a fairly short training session today. It's quite a quick introduction, to be fair. So if you've got any questions on this or anything to do with affiliate marketing, please just put it in the comments and we can have like a Q&A at the end as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Hopefully you can see the screen okay. So like I said, in this video, we're going to basically just introduce to click-through rate manipulation. Now, just a bit of a disclaimer, it's still something that I'm very much testing myself and learning more on it. The main reason I wanted to share it is just because what I have learned has been really interesting and I don't actually see that many people doing it. So yeah, just wanted to share on that. At the moment, I've been focusing more on CTR manipulation with video rather than actual websites. But that's just because I'm waiting for a couple of new sites to start ranking and then I can test it more on there as well. So yeah, just a little bit of a disclaimer. And I first discovered CTR manipulation from Craig Campbell and Chris Palmer. So do make sure you check out their YouTube channels. They do a weekly Q&A session. Craig particularly has got a playlist of videos on CTR manipulation, so definitely worth taking a look at those. So like I said, just a quick training session today. What we're going to be covering is what CTR manipulation is, when it's best to do it, how to do it, and just a quick example of some of the results that I've seen with a couple of the videos on one of my sites YouTube channels. And then, like I said, section at the end for any questions. So let's get to it. So first of all, what is CTR manipulation? So obviously CTR stands for click-through rate, and what we're basically trying to do is show that your post or your video gets more click-throughs and engagement than those that are ranking above you in the search results. It's generally a good indication to the search engines that, if someone clicks on your site from the search results, read your content, engage with it, then it's generally a really good sign that that visitor found your content useful and it answered their initial question, what they're actually searching for in Google. And then this should therefore reward you naturally, giving you the higher rankings and just basically giving you those higher rankings. And there are ways to manipulate that to show that you are getting more engagement. And it's just like the other way around. If you have your site ranked and people click on it and go back to SERPs, then that's a negative indication, and that's when you tend to see your results go down for that search term. So this is the way of kind of doing the opposite of that and getting it to show that people are actually finding your content really useful. And like I said, there's several ways of going about CTR manipulation, and I'll go through them in just a moment. The first thing you want to do is really have a think about when you should actually do CTR manipulation, because it's actually really important when to do it. And it does depend on basically how you'll actually, what you want to rank. If you want a website post to rank, then you really want to be waiting until it is on page 1. There's no point doing this kind of thing when it's on page 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, because generally people don't click that far in the search results. It's got to look natural. So therefore more people are going to be clicking your search results when you're on the first page of Google. And specifically, if you're in the, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th position, you're going to get more clicks. And that's when this kind of thing is going to help you more often. And also you want to make sure that the page is fully optimized. So it's, the on-page optimization is on point. It's as good as you can get for on-page. You also want to make sure that the off-page is on point as well. So you want to be making sure that the page has around about the same amount of backlinks as those above you. You want to use this method as a way of kind of like swinging the needle. So if you're in position 3 and no matter what kind of on-page or backlinks you do, you're struggling to get above it, then this might be when you might want to implement some form of CTR manipulation just to try and show the search results that your content answers a visitor's question more and therefore bumps you up. Now, if we were to do video, then really you want to be doing this kind of thing within the first 48 hours, within the first 24 hours as well, if possible, of actually publishing the video. And this is basically because the more engagement the video gets when it's first released, it's basically the easier it's going to get ranked and also keep that ranking. What will tend to happen is, when you release a video, YouTube will kind of see how that video performs within the first 48 hours. And if it's getting views, if it's getting engagement, if it's getting subscribers, if it's getting people clicking through to your other content, then that's just a positive sign, and it's going to help to keep that video up and also ranked. If a video doesn't get any engagement or very little, then you're going to find that that video slowly loses its rankings. And like I say, I'll show an example of that shortly. So first of all, so how do we actually do CTR manipulation? First thing that we need to think about is that it should always be natural, or it needs to at least look natural. You can get lots of bots, you can get services that use bot traffic, and these tend to just give you no results. You kind of want real traffic, you want real people visiting the site, engaging with it, and that's where you're going to go, that's where you're going to see the results from. Now there's obviously some concerns, could you see any form of negative penalty from doing this? Personally, if you do it right, if you do it correctly, and I've not tested it myself enough to see, but from a lot of the research that I've done, there's not really been any penalties. It's really just not worked for them. And let's face it, if it's something that you would see a penalty from, there would be a lot more people doing this kind of thing to their competitors. So like I say, if the search engines see that you're doing this, then more than likely they'll just ignore that bot traffic anyway. That's, if it is bot traffic. If it's real traffic, then there's no reason why you should see any negative sides to it, because all you're doing is you're encouraging people to, your new piece of content and getting that engagement up. So like I said, there's a number of ways you can, first of all, send an email out to your list. So as soon as you've posted a new piece of content or a video, get an email set up, get it scheduled, get it sent out, and let them know that you've done it. And then hopefully you'll get a surge of people from your emails that will go check out your new content and engage with it. And that's just a clear sign that that content is useful. If it's suddenly getting people going to it, they're engaging with it, they're sharing it, they're clicking through, they're doing all of that stuff that you want them to do, then naturally that's a good sign, particularly for YouTube. You know, if it's getting lots of views, and then people are clicking through to your other videos or subscribing to your channel if they haven't already, then that's just a really good sign. And the same can be said for push notifications. They're great because, you know, someone will sign up to a push notification once they've been on your site, and then when you post a new piece of content, they'll be notified, go straight to your site, and again, that's just good engagement. Like everything, social posts, so getting that social traffic onto your site, getting a new piece of content up, getting the traffic through to it, getting them engaging is just going to help with your actual rankings of particularly the video again. And then we also have paid activities, so you know, Facebook ads, Google ads, AdWords, Reddit ads, YouTube ads. All of this stuff is just to get traffic to your site, to your new post, and get engagement on there. There has been, you know, some talk on whether people see better results organically when they've done paid promotions, and that could simply be based around CTR manipulation. So, you know, if you've got a piece of content that you've just published and you do a load of ads to it, and you send those ads to that piece of content, and they go on there and engage and enjoy it, and, you know, do what you want them to do, then that's obviously a good sign that that piece of content is what they want. And Google already knows the keywords that you're using, they know where they're going to. So yeah, that's basically how that works. And then the final one is micro workers. So micro workers it's basically a site where you can sign up, you create a campaign, and typically it pays people 7 cents, 30 up to 30 cents. You can put how much you want to pay people, and you basically pay them to perform certain actions. So for example, it could be go incognito, clear your cache, go to Google, search for a specific keyword, click on your website, stay on that page for a couple of minutes while scrolling and reading, and then do an action such as click a link or subscribe to an email list. And then that will be sent out to, you know, you can set how many people would do that. So there might be 100, there might be 200. You can set how long that takes. So you can have that happen straight away, or it can happen over a period of a couple of days. So you can, you know, you can drag that out, you can make it last longer so it looks even more natural. And micro workers is really interesting. I've not used it directly myself, but I've used a service on Legit, which basically combines a lot of different things, including micro workers. I'd probably say a lot of it is micro workers, to be completely honest with you. And like I said, on Craig Campbell's YouTube channel, there is an in-depth walkthrough on actually using micro workers as well. So definitely an interesting one to go for. And like I said, so the results that I've seen, let's bring this up. So this is just a screenshot, but I'll go into the YouTube channel in just a moment. So this is one of the most recent videos that I posted to a channel, brand new video. The channel itself has only been around for about 4 weeks. It's only got 130 subscribers, which I think 131 of those are from the service that I've done. And this is, you know, relatively competitive term, and it's position number 2. Obviously, these do fluctuate, and it will be ranked for other terms. These are just the tags that I'm targeting in this specific video. And when I first did the actual campaign, most of these 3, which are the main ones, were position 1, 2, and 3. So that would have just brought some natural visitors to it as well anyway. So it's still, even after 4 weeks, it's still kept this position strong, which is good. And like I say, it keeps fluctuating, which is not a bad thing. So I'll just show you that video in analytics. So let's have a quick look. So here we go. So this is basically that specific video, and you can see where the service started. So it started here. This is when the video was published. No subscribers. And then the first day we had 38 subscribers. So that's when the actual campaign started on legit using the CTR manipulation. And then we have the second day, 61, and then the third day. So it was basically a 3-day service. So it was spread out over 3 days of people basically going to YouTube, searching for the main keyword, which was, I believe, pizza peels or best pizza peels. They would then find my video, click onto it, watch the majority of it, then comment, subscribe, and thumbs up it. And that obviously then just helped. So feel free to do that to this video. And then you can see here from Friday, no more subscribers. So that's when the service ended. But if we look at views, we can see that even though the service finished on the Thursday, the actual views of the video have continued to rise on an actual steady, decent, natural level. So this is a very natural curve, I would say. Obviously, it's not suddenly gone viral, which I wouldn't expect it to do with the niche, but it's gone a nice steady rise. And same with the watch time. So the watch time's decent. Reach, again, it's gone up really, really gradual, which is what we want, the impressions. So it's gone from, where are we? This was the end of the service there, and we're now on 4,000. So 3,500 more people have seen it since the actual service has happened. And it's just, like I say, a very gradual thing. You can see here, this is obviously where the service was, and then it ended, but we're still seeing quite a bit. And like I say, it's still ranking. 60% of the traffic is coming from YouTube still. And I've done it to 2 videos. So let's show the other videos just so you can see. Let me find the video. So the other one was this one. So analytics, can't find the button. So again, we can see here, I can't remember exactly. This was only a 1-day service. So this one was all done in one go. If we look at subscribers, we can see this was prior to the service, and then this was when the service happened. So that was the Monday, May the 3rd was when it finished. And we can see that, again, views have still continued to go up. Watch time still gone up, and also reach has still continued to go up. So it's definitely worth doing. And like I say, even though this is just YouTube examples, it can work, I believe, just as well for actual search results as well. If you're in position 2, 3, 4, or 5, look into micro workers, check out Craig Campbell's YouTube channel as well for obviously more details. And I just think it'll be it's a really good way of showing Google, or giving the impression to Google, that your piece of content is answering the query, and will just help to bump that up. And in theory, it's natural. There's no difference to Google whether somebody is naturally searched for best testosterone booster because they're looking for it, then somebody that's getting paid 10 cents to go to Google and type that in. As long as you hide the footprints that people are doing, such as making sure that they go in incognito, they clear the cache, and they actually engage on the site as well, so it looks like a natural visitor, then it only makes sense that should do really well. And from what I've been watching and people doing, it seems to work incredibly well. But like I say, you just need to make sure that, 1, the page is ranking in the first page of Google, 2, it's fully optimized, and it's on a competitive level of those that are positioned higher. You know, if your piece of content has not got the right on-page SEO or a decent amount of backlinks compared to those that are in position 1 and 2, then you're going to struggle to get that result just on this. You're going to want to be doing the on-page. You're going to be wanting to do the backlinks as well. So this is really for when you're just struggling to push that needle and just get that extra bump. So that's it really. That's all there is to it. Like I say, quite a quick training session, but I just wanted to share with you what I've been learning when it comes to CTR manipulation, and just to see if it kind of plants some ideas into your brain for you to test different things out, and just see if you can get any benefit from it. I just think it's quite an interesting subject, and you know, sometimes we come across these different subjects that we've not heard of before, and we just either, you know, keep them to ourselves and just try and see how we can do it, or, you know, we share that information and see how other people grow from it as well. So yeah, let's see, you know, if you've got any questions, please do put them in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm currently going to be doing 2 case studies as well. So I'm doing a case study on trying to recover a site that was hit by quite a few Google updates back in 2018. And I'm also doing a new Amazon kind of focused website, which will be very much a case study as well. So yeah, definitely worth keeping an eye on those. If you didn't know, I'm now managing the AM Ninjas Facebook group, which is a big affiliate marketing Facebook group for like-minded people to go in there and get questions answered, and also answer questions if you've got the knowledge to share, and just help to grow everybody's ability within there. There's currently 34,000 members in there at the moment, so definitely, you know, feel free to sign up, and yeah, be great to see you all there. So let's get to the questions. Like I say, if you've got any, please do put them in the comments. So Epic World, how can I promote my affiliate link? So obviously we've done did a video some time ago on how to generate traffic. So definitely check out the channel. There's going to be information on that video on how to promote your affiliate link. It all depends on how you want to be as an affiliate. So there's several different ways in which you can do affiliate marketing. The most common within more niche is SEO, so with content. So what people tend to do is pick a niche and then create a website based around that niche, and then write informational content, product reviews, and basically use SEO to try and rank in Google for those keywords. Tends to obviously take a little bit longer, but the conversions tend to be better because it's targeted, and it's also long-term income as well. So that's one of the main methods. The other method is through social. So if you can build yourself up as a influencer on Instagram or TikTok, then you can obviously promote that way as well. That tends to take a bit of time because you need to build up trust and authenticity, and actually be in the niche and showing yourself using products and all of that stuff. So there's that way. There's paid, so you can do things such as Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Reddit ads. With that, you'd have to send all traffic to your own landing page first, and only bid on generic terms and not branded terms. And then the other way is through like email, so collecting email addresses of people that are interested in the niche, and then putting them through a email series or email funnel to warm them up to actually purchase that product. And that tends to work really well with the paid option. So rather than sending them to the offer page from your landing page, you'd basically do the paid ads and get them to sign up through your email list, and then funnel them through your email, so they can work together really nicely. So yeah, so there's quite a few different ways of actually promoting the offers. It's not really just a case of sticking your affiliate link into Facebook and hoping to generate sales, because but just generally not targeted enough. It's normally cold traffic, and therefore won't necessarily make that many sales. So it's all about warming that traffic up. So yeah. Hello, I hope you enjoyed it. It's quite a short, like I say, quite a short training. And like I say, it's still something that I'm doing a bit of learning. And yeah, I'm more than happy to share the results that I see as I do more. Hopefully going to get another video out soon on that channel and do some more CTR manipulation on that, just to see how that performs. So I'll wait for a couple more minutes just in case we have any more questions. Again, I've said before, if there's anything specific you want to know, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to create some form of training on it. It can be a bit tricky to set aside one and kind of just come up with ideas of training to do, because it just depends on what people actually want. So yeah, it's not always easy to plan these things. So a couple of training sessions that I'm planning is building a social fortress and doing it with automation. So creating your social channels and then automating content onto those social channels. Another one would be build, buy, or get an expired domain. So just talking about whether it's better to build a site from scratch, buy a site that's already established, or get an expired domain and build a site based on that. There's then a bit of training on Pinterest and setting up Pinterest and getting traffic from Pinterest. So yeah, it's just coming up with these ideas for these training sessions rather than just doing a Q&A session. So if you do have any ideas of any training you want, please let me know, either in the comments or by email. More than happy to discuss anything and sit here for half an hour to an hour just blabbering away and just talking. So we'll leave it there. There doesn't seem to be any more questions. So I hope you all have an amazing rest of the week, and I will see you next time. So